Yesterday I was at home, and not doing anything, didn't have any plans. But before that, I'd had plans for a long time. Like it was like a busy week or something, and I was with people, and it was like social. And I think I probably got overstimulated, but I met like new people, and I wasn't personally offended at the time, but there was just a very kind of subtle vibe of them patronizing me. Just one person. But I don't think they meant to be rude or something. I think it's very easy to patronize me because of who I am and the tone of my voice and how I behave, and because I don't like present as intelligent or something. Maybe I do. I don't really know how I present. But the the next day, I woke up. So yesterday, woke up at home. I was in such a grumpy mood, and I was like, I don't know what I'm meant to do to not have people patronize me because it's like not the first time, obviously, that this happened. It's like an ongoing pattern. And I was like, is this what my whole life is gonna be? I go out and people see me how they see me. And I was like, what am I supposed to do? Not not be the way that I wanna be because I wanna behave the way that I behaved. Listen, if I think about how I behaved, yes, I don't regret anything. That's how what I would have done. The alternative, obviously, is to behave in such a way that I can maybe not receive that and present a different side of myself that's not like a lie. It would still be me, but I would be trying then. It would be a conscious thing. So I was like, oh, I just walking around like being like, oh. Then I turned on the shower, and as soon as I step in, I hear, and as soon as I'm stepping in, the whole time, the whole morning, I was like, what am I supposed to do? What is this? This is garbage. I'm so upset. What's the answer to this? How am I supposed to not feel like this, not get this reaction? And as soon as I step in the shower, I hear, can you surrender? Obviously, not. That's not. I mean, it is my thought, but it wasn't me. And I was like, oh, yeah, I'm not surrendering. And I was like, what am I supposed to surrender? And I was like, I just kind of paused. And I realized in all of this thinking, what I'm doing actually is trying to control perceptions. Like, to me, I guess I was like, am I supposed to change my behavior? Or like, I guess I was like, I don't understand because like I thought the whole point was for me to be authentic and real, and I'm doing that and I'm still getting the same previous results. I thought the previous results were happening because I was trying or something. But now I'm not trying and I'm doing what I want to do and I'm still getting previous results. So it's like something's not adding up. But not only am I trying to control perceptions, I'm actually also supposed to um sorry, where am I going? What was I saying? Not only am I trying to control perceptions, I'm supposed to not do any of this dissection afterwards. And I'm supposed to not go like, what are the results? Because then there's like an end goal or something. I'm supposed to be as present as I can be, which I haven't been. Is this meant to be somewhere else? Um, because I've been super hyper and not focused. But really, in the can you surrender, I'm meant to surrender caring about how people perceive me, even if I can fully 100% see that they're perceiving me as something I don't want to be perceived. But like, it's really none of my business. Because the whole point of being myself is like, I give that up. Because the whole point of being myself is like, how do I say that? The beginning and the end are all one thing, which is I am behaving the way that I want to, right? In some way, I guess in the past they used to be like, I behave like this, so I can be perceived like this. So there's a beginning and an end, and they're two separate things. I put something in and something else comes out. But now I'm shifting to I don't know how I'll behave because I'm going moment by moment. And not only that, I'm not trying to control it internally in my mind, being like, don't say this, don't do this. And not only that, so I think I'm getting really good at that. But the last piece of that is like a day later when I'm going over it, and that's like a default task that I'm doing. I'm supposed to not do that either. Because the whole point of being present and the whole point of choosing to behave however I want to, or allowing myself that freedom, I have to then not dissect it later because it takes away the whole point. Because there's no process of putting something in to get something out. The process is just I am me. There's nothing coming out. And I didn't really need that either. It's not like if someone perceives me correctly, I never sit there and I go, I got what I wanted. I think it's only when I'm perceived in a way that I dislike, where I'm like, I don't want to see myself like that, that it irks me. And then, of course, like logically, I do know that them perceiving me as anything doesn't change who I am anyway, and doesn't change my own perception. But I think emotionally at some level it must, because that's why I was upset about it. So all of that, I was like, can you surrender? And I was like, yes, I can surrender that. That's okay. Well, the other thing is like they see me a certain way, but then they also like this could be just like me making it up. I don't know. I'm not like at 100% certainty of this. It's just like something that I'm seeing, which is that I think even when I meet new people, I extend this sense of familiarity on my end where I want to make people feel comfortable anyway. So I think at some level, I show them that I'm safe by not presenting intelligently or something. I'm not doing it on purpose and I'm not trying to be dumb or something or to show that I'm dumb. It's just I don't put a filter in place to prevent that from happening. And then people feel safer very quickly with me to the point where they'll treat me as if I'm like a sibling or something or some younger child that they're guiding or something. Where they'll tell me not to do things and they've just met me, which like they would never do to someone else. Like you've never seen a stranger go like, don't do this, don't do that. They do that with me. I used to, I guess, be more upset about it, but I don't know, like this weekend I was okay. It didn't really change my behavior or my actions. I was just like, which was really cool. And it didn't change anything in the moment either. And I didn't overthink it in the moment either. I think I just felt annoyed the day after. Um but I mean, I guess overall has nothing to do with me. They can do it if they want. I just kind of want to surrender all of it. I guess I was like taking it on as my task. I was like, what am I meant to do about this? Nothing. It's not about me. It's also kind of irked because I don't know, maybe I don't want to say because it's not the truth, the heart of my soul. It's not the truth of the truth, you know? Um, yeah. Yeah. Love you. Bye.